Let us consider the next one. A three-phase generator with constant internal voltage give the fault current values. Okay, it is 1.4 kiloamperes for line to line fault and 2.2 kiloamperes for the line to ground fault. If A1 is 2 kV, X1 value is 2 ohm, calculate X2 and X0. So here we need to observe carefully. A1 is directly given, and also for double means line to line fault it is 1.4 kiloamperes and single line to ground fault it is 2.2 kiloamperes. We need to calculate X2 and X0 value respectively. So first let us consider that line to line fault. Okay. The thing is that why we need to consider the line to line fault, why not for line to ground fault? Because in the case of the three phase fault, we can able to calculate only X1, and in the case of double line fault, we can able to calculate the two things, that is X1 and X2. And in the case of single line to ground fault, we can able to calculate X1, X2 and X0 value. Or in other words, we can say to that, so if the three unknown parameters, if it is there in the single line ground fault and you are trying to solve at the beginning, you want to get the answer. So hence, what are the parameters we know? Less parameters we know. So those parameters we need to calculate first, then move further. Okay, that's why we are considering this line to line fault. So we know that the interconnection sequence network diagram for line to line fault that is connected in parallel. Okay, so what is the IA1? IA1 is equal to source of EMF divided by total reactance. Okay, observe here it is EA, it is given directly. Do not consider that it is 4 divided by root 3 because EA1 is given directly. Okay, so this is X1 and X2 value. So look at this. Is there any parameters which is given? Okay, here it is X1 already given, that is 2 ohm. Okay, let us look into that. So what is the expression for the fault current for line to ground fault? Here it is not line to ground, it is line to line fault. The expression for this is IF is equal to root 3 times of IA1. So it is given in the problem that it is IF is 1.4 kiloamperes, that is 1400 amperes. Calculate IA1, will get 808.29. Substitute this 808.29 amperes in this equation or in this equation. Okay, in this equation calculate and find out what is the value of X2, because already given that is X1 is 2 ohm in the numerical. So from this we can able to calculate what is the X2 value. Okay, it is X2 is given in the problem. So here do not waste your time unnecessarily while calculating the value in terms of per unit, because it is not asked in the numerical. Okay, let us consider that line to ground fault, the interconnection sequence diagram should be connected in series. Okay, from this what we can write is IA1 is equal to IA2, that is equal to IA0, that is EA divided by X1 plus X2 and X0 value. So already given it is EA value is 2 kilovolt. Okay, so and also we know that from the problem in the given data, that is IF is equal to 3 times of I0. This is the expression. Okay, from the data we know that IF is 2.2 kiloamperes. So substitute this 2.2 kiloamperes and find out what is I0. We'll get 733.33. Okay, substitute these values in this equation because already we know that what is x1 is given, it is 2 ohm, and also we calculate the value of x2 value, that is 0.434, and calculate the x for x naught for, that is nothing but 0.253 ohms. Okay, now move on to the next numerical. So this is the length numerical. What are the knowledge we gain from module 1, 2 and 3? We are going to use it and calculating the value of the fault current. So you need to be very careful here, step by steps we need to follow, then only we will get the answers. Let us consider that synchronous motor which is receiving 10 megawatt of power at 0.8 power factor lag at 6 kV. Okay, 10 megawatt of power at 0.8 power factor and 6 kV. There is a line to ground fault takes place at the middle point of the transmission line. Okay, so here the fault at this point. Okay, middle of the transmission line. Okay, find the fault current. We need to calculate the fault current. The ratings of the generator and motors are given, the parameters. Generator 20 MVA, 11 kV, x1 is 0.2, these are values in farad, x2 is 0.1, x0 is 0.2, transformer T1 18 MVA, 11.5 star 34.5 star, okay, kV, x value which is 0.1 farad. So here transformer x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x0 because it is given only x value. And for the transmission line, x1 and x2 values are 5 ohm, x0 is 10 ohm. Okay, and for the transformer T2 it is 15 MVA, 6.9 star 34.5 star kV, x value is 0.1 farad. This is similarly for the transformer T2 as well. Okay, means x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x0, that is equal to x value. The motor is 15 MVA, 6.9 kV, x1 is 0.2, x2 and x0 value is 0.2 farad. Okay, the first thing what we need to do is write what is the actual value of the generator. Okay, so that is 11 kV. Generator G is working at 11 kV. Transformer T1 is 11.5. Okay, 11.5 bar 34.5. Okay, this is 0.5. Similarly for the transformer T2 it is 6.9 bar 34.5. so here the one side is 34.5, so absolutely this side should be 34.5 kV. Okay, and the what is the voltage on the other side, it is 6.9 kV. Similarly for the motor it is 6.9 kV. Okay, so these are the value for actual values. Okay, this is not the base value, these are actual values given in the data. Okay, so let us solve. The first thing what we need to consider here, it is we have to choose what is the MVA base and the kV base. So to choose that MVA base, look into the data, which one having the highest MVA rating. If they are mentioned in the problem, that we have to consider. Suppose if it is mentioned that take 50 MVA is the base on generator or transmission line or some other values, then we have to consider that value. If not, which devices having the highest rating? I am talking on this model. Okay, means for the fault conditions. Okay, so which device having the highest MVA, that we have to consider. Look into this generator, transformer T1, okay, transformer T2 and the motor. Okay, generator G, he is having the highest rating, that is 20 MVA rating. Okay, that's why we have to consider this is the base. Okay, so base MVA is 20 MVA, and what is the voltage on generator G1? It is 11 kV. Okay, so let us consider that. So this is going to be in generator G1 is new MVA. So this is new MVA. Okay, or else if you want to make in the examination, you can make this a circle, because you are not allowed to use different type of the colors of the fan. It is not advisable. Okay, so we have to calculate what is the value of the voltage on the transmission line and the motor. Okay, we know that the base voltage on the transmission line, because that is HV side, is equal to LV voltage into ST rating of the transformer divided by LT rating of the transformer. Okay, how do you got this is 11 kV? Do not look at this actual value, look at this, what is the new value you got. Okay, new value. So this is 11 into 34.5 divided by 11.5, you will get 33 kV. So this is the value of new value, okay, on the transmission line side. Okay, on the transmission line side, we got this value. We have to calculate what is the motor voltage. So what is the voltage on the motor side? That is new value. Okay, this is ST side is equal to what is the LT rating of transformer? It is 6.9 divided by 34.5. Okay, 6.9 divided by 34.5, you will get 6.6. So this is the value of new value. Okay, 6.6 is the new value. Okay, so what is the new value on the generator G1? It is 11. For the transmission it is 33, and for the motor is 6.9. Actual values are different except generator G1. Okay, first what we need to calculate is we have to calculate what is the sequence reactance for the generator, then for the transformer, transmission line, transformer T2, and for the motor. The most important thing we have to see to that, there is a fault which takes place at the middle of the transmission line. It means that, so look at this transmission line, it is 5 ohm. So 5 ohm convert into a per value. What is the value we'll get? It should be divided by 2, because we are assuming that from the problem it is given that it is the middle of the transmission line between the transformer T1 and the T2. Okay, so that's why we have to consider this. So, okay, let us consider that sequence reactance for the generator. What is the value, old value and new value for the kV and the values of MVA, that we should remember. Okay, so x1, x2 and x0 we have to calculate. So x1 new value is equal to old value into the formula. Okay, we are not writing this, directly substitute this value. Do not spend your time by substituting this, because actual value and the base values are this is nothing but old value and new value for the generator is same, because the old value is 20 and new value is also 20, and voltage is also 11 by 11. Okay, so you'll get 0.2 for x1, and for the x2 will get 0.1 and x0 will get 0.1 for it. Okay, so this should be the value of, okay, x0 it is, okay, this is a x0 value. Okay, this is supposed to be point, okay, this is supposed to be in 0.1, not the 0.2. okay, consider this is 0.1. okay, this is 0.1, x0 value is, consider this is 0.1 for it. Okay, so hence we'll get this is a 0.1. Okay, then similarly for the transformer T1, that is x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x0, because it is given only x value. So that is equal to x in ohm, MVA base new by MVA base volt into kV base square volt divided by kV base square new value. Okay, x value is 0.1, the new MVA which which are considered 20, and the old value which is given as 18 MVA, and here we are considering on the generator side. However, you can consider on the transmission line side as well. So there is no such doubt in that. Okay. So consider this is the old value given on the transformer, means for the primary side of the rating it is 11.5 and the new value is 11 kV. What we got, this is square, so we'll get 0.12 farad. Similarly for the transmission line, okay, this is something different. X1 is equal to X2 is equal to X1. Okay, so this is what is the value, means X1 and X2 values are given. The formula X in ohm into MVA base new by kV base square. The new MVA is 20, and what is the value on the transmission line? Its new value is 33, square of that value will give 0.092. And similarly for the X0 it is 10 ohm, 20 divided by 33 square will get 0.184. So you have to be very careful here. This is X1, X2 for the transmission line different and X0 is different. So similarly for the transformer T2, okay, so this is only X is given, hence this is X1 is equal to X2 is equal to X0. So MANU is 20 and volt value which is given 15, and consider this is the LT side of the transformer. Okay, so volt value is 6.9 on the transformer side, and for the motor side this is 6.6, square of that value will get 1.146 per rad. Okay, and for the similarly for the motor, this is X1, it is a 0.2, and for the X2 and X0 value which is given. Okay, so substitute these values. This is the old value and this is the new value. Old value 6.9, new value 6.6, you get 0.29, and for the X2 and X0 we'll get the value of 0.145 based on that. Okay, substitute these values, old value and the new value. The next thing is we need to draw the positive sequence network based on the single line diagram. Okay, all the things are connected in series, means generator, transformer T1 and the transmission line and to the transformer and the motor. So this is the equivalent reactance for the generator, reactance plus source of EMF. This is for the transformer, this is for the, look into that, what we consider this is actual value what we got for the transmission line is 0.092. Okay, we are going to divide it. Look at this, we are going to divide in these values. Why? Because there is a fault which is takes place at middle of the transmission line. So what is the value got? But that is 0.092. We have to divide it by 2, so you will get 0.046. Okay, this is what we got. So where is the fault? This is at the fault F, middle of the transmission line. So hence what will happens? This the total reactance for the transmission line is going to divide it by 2. Okay, so this is 0.046, this is 0.06 for the transmission line, then for the transformer T2, and this is the expression for the motor, that is reactance and source of EMF. So basically what we need to calculate, we have to calculate what is the reactance and source of EMF for the positive sequence network. Okay, it means that, so it look like this, we should have the reactance and source of EMF. This is the equivalent for, okay, this is the equivalent for PSN network. So we have to calculate what is this is the source of EMF at this point and what is the reactance of this. To calculate this we need to calculate what is the EA1 and this is the Z1. Okay, so let us solve one by one. So to find that what is the voltage at the fault point, okay, because it is not mentioned that actual values and the base values. Okay, It is given that in the problem, the motor which is working at 10 megawatt, 0.8 power factor lag and 6 kV. Okay, so this is the actual value. This is 10 megawatt divided by root 3 into what is the voltage? It is actual value, it is working at 6 kV. Okay, it is divided by 0.8. Why we are considering this is a 0.8? Because it is the megawatt. So we have to convert megawatt in terms of the amperes. Okay, at an angle of minus cos inverse of 0.8 because it is lagging. Okay, we will get 1202.8 at an angle of minus 36.87 amperes. So what is the base value? So it is, look at the terminal, okay, where, in which part of the circuit we are considering. Okay, this is the base value on the motor side. What is the base value, new value you got? It's 20 MVA. What is the voltage on the motor side? New value, what we got, it is 6.6 kV. Okay, so here this value is in terms of MVA. So do not consider any power factor, means there is no power factor. So this is 20 MVA divided by root 3 into 6.6 kV, we will get 1749.55 amperes. So convert these values in terms of power unit. This is actual value, this is a base value. Actual value is 1202.8. Okay, base value is 1749.55. So we'll get 0.687 at an angle minus 36.87. And what is the value of the terminal voltage Vm in per unit? So what we got, it is, this is the actual value is 6. Okay, new value is 6.6, means the terminal of the motor is working at 6. What is the new value we got from the base value? It is 6.9, 6.6. So we'll get 0.907 at an angle of 0 degree. So why we need to do all these things? Because I wanted to calculate what is the VThevenin's value at this point. Okay, so here this is the Vm value, and what is the drop across this point? So that is nothing but, so what is the current which is flowing from the motor side? Okay, multiply these things, Im into ZFM, and what is the Vm value, we will get the VThevenin's value. Okay, to calculate this VThevenin's value means what is the fault voltage at the fault point. Okay, where is the fault point? At the middle of the transmission line. So Vm value is 0.909 we got. So Im value in per already we got, this is 0.687. So what is the ZFM? ZFM is nothing but this is the transformer T2. Okay, transformer T2 and the transmission line half of this value. Okay, by 2. Why we are considering this by 2? Because the middle of the transmission line there is a fault. So adding up these two, we will get the value of ZFM, that is 0.192 at an angle of 90 degree. Substitute this value and do the simplification, you will get 0.994 at an angle of 6.9, 6.1 degree. Okay, so this is the value of VThevenin's what we got. We need to calculate what is the Z1 Thevenin's, because the expression is like this. Okay, what is the Z1 Thevenin's? Make this the voltage source is the short circuit. Okay, this value is short circuit, and do the realization that we will get. So this 0.2, 0.12 and 0.046 is one side, and 0.046 and 0.146 and 0.29 is other side, and these two networks are connected in parallel. Why? Because the fault will take place in the middle. Okay, so by adding up this 0.2 and 0.12 and 0.046 and 0.046 and 0.16 and 0.29, so this is the parallel combination, we'll get that's 0.208 per unit value. So we got this VThevenin's and Z1 Thevenin's. So this is the expression for positive sequence network. Okay, final expression. This is a 0.208 Okay, VThevenians, this is the value of, this is nothing but what earlier what we consider, this is value of, okay, what we consider this is VThevenians, or we can write it as this is the EA1 or whatever the thing we can consider. Okay. Similarly, for the negative sequence network, we got from the generator, transformer, transmission line. Again, it is going to divide it, and for the transformer T2, and this is for the motor. The fault at this point. Okay. No need to calculate that what is the VThevenians, all those things, because it is not required any source of EMF for this. Okay, this is adding up till here. Okay, these values are connected in series. Okay, and again these values are connected in series, make them parallel with respect to this point. Okay, making this we will get Z2 Thevenians. Z2 is nothing but negative sequence impedance, we'll get 0.149 per net. Okay, to draw that, okay, to draw the zero sequence network diagram, we should know the one line diagram and how it is connected. Look at this: generator, transformer T1, transformer T2 and motor, everything is star and grounded properly. Okay, solidly grounded. So it means that, so to draw the sequence network diagram for the generator, there is a series connection from the generator to the transformer T1. Okay, here series connected, and for the transmission line, and for the transformer T2, and for the motor. Okay, motor is solidly grounded through a ground point. Okay, so hence everything is connected in series, and here there is a fault at this point. Okay, based on this the diagram only, we are going to draw the zero sequence network diagram. Okay, so consider this. So this is a series and this is series. Okay, connected together in parallel at the fault point. So we'll get the final expression, that is 1.172. Okay, this is series and to the parallel. Okay, so we'll get 0.172. So what kind of fault it is? Actually, it is a single line to ground fault. So the interconnection sequence for the single line to ground fault, everything should be connected in series. This is positive, this is negative, and this is the zero. Okay, this is the VThevenians what we got, or we can consider it is EA1 or EA whatever thing. Okay, so from this, what we can write it is EA1 is equal to EA2 is equal to IA naught. What is the source of EMF? That is 0.994 at an angle of 6.1. The total impedance of the network is this, positive, negative and 0. So this is 0.208, okay, plus 0.149 plus 0.172, you will get 1.88 at an angle of minus 83.9 degree. So what is the expression for the fault current? That is nothing but for a single line to ground fault, it is 3 times of IA0 value. So IA0 value got, it is nothing but 5.64 per unit. So this is the value of the per unit. We need to calculate in terms of the amperes. So where is the actual fault which takes place? So we have to see to that. There is a fault at the middle of the transmission line, means on the transmission line side. Okay. So what is the value of the current across the transmission line? This is the base value. So what is the base value? MVA base on the transmission line side is 20. And what is the value of the transmission line voltage? New value we are talking, not the actual value. Okay. So that is 33 kV multiplied by root 3. So you will get 1973.49 amperes of the current which is flowing. Just to look into that. So if there is a fault at this point, so what will happen? The 5 times means nearly it is around 5.5 times of the current is increasing. So it means that the relay and the circuit breaker should be capable to understand and to isolate within in terms of microsecond to the nanosecond.